November 24, 2014, Los Angeles. A file named Hacked appears on an executive's desktop. The file blooms into thousands of documents, private emails, payroll records, unreleased films. A single group claims responsibility. Who just broke into one of Hollywood's biggest studios and why? Amy Pascal, co-chair of Sony Pictures, age 60, known for deal-making and risk. Her inbox contained conversations meant for boardrooms, not the public. But that night, an invisible audience would read everything. The studio's brand, its people, and its future were suddenly exposed. Sony Pictures distributed blockbusters and bankrolled careers. Movie files travel across networks every day, but those networks carry secrets too: contracts, salaries, legal notes. If those secrets leak, reputations die, lawsuits follow, and careers end. For a studio, a massive breach is financial damage and brand trauma rolled into one. On November 24th, a group calling itself Guardians of Peace released terabytes of Sony data. The dump included executive emails, unreleased films, and sensitive personal details. The internet replayed every private line. The studio tried to contain it but failed. The breach was public, brutal, and immediate. Cyber teams traced the intrusion to malicious wipers that erased systems and left a warning: "We will release everything." Evidence showed credentials harvested, privileged accounts misused, and data exfiltrated over months. The attack was surgical, but sloppy enough to leave clues. The trail would lead to politics and a global standoff. Among the leaked material were threats tied to a single film, The Interview, a satire about a plot to assassinate North Korea's leader. Threats surfaced that cinemas showing the film could be attacked. Major theater chains backed out. Sony canceled the wide release. A small movie had just sparked an international crisis. Who wanted to stop a comedy, and why? Leaked emails exposed candid assessments and crude jokes about actors and politicians. Writers and actors were named. Deal negotiations became public. Anger spread. The studio's PR machine pivoted from damage control to legal containment. Corporate trust cracked. Employees were humiliated. The question hardened: was this sabotage or retaliation? The FBI declared an unusual claim. The operation bore the hallmarks of a nation-state. Code patterns, infrastructure reuse, and timing suggested a sophisticated sponsor. The United States publicly attributed the attack to North Korea. Pyongyang denied involvement. The world stood between a hacked studio and geopolitics. Attribution was consequential, therefore the case crossed cyberforensics into diplomacy. The U.S. sanctioned individuals linked to the attack. Sony altered its distribution strategy and released The Interview on VOD and limited screens. Hollywood reassessed cyber risk. Studios hardened networks. Lessons were learned at painful cost. Exposure matters, digital hygiene matters, and geopolitics can reach movie theaters. Employees lost private conversations to global audiences. Some careers suffered. A studio executive resigned. Legal suits followed, exposed salary data and private records. The human toll was more than stolen files. It was reputational collateral damage that lasted years. The attack changed the calculus on cyber deterrence. Private companies realized they could be frontline targets in geopolitical disputes. Governments debated retaliation, public attribution, and sanctions. For corporations, cyber risk became board-level strategic risk. The Sony hack wasn't just a data breach, it was a new type of coercion. November 24th began as a leaking inbox and became a global question. When business, politics, and culture intersect, who protects the stories we tell? The files are still online. The joke that started it all became a case study in modern conflict. Who pays for the next transgression when movies, markets, and nations collide?